services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals, no more hunting down parts, no more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote-controlled cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown's Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3 get 1 free on smart wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy-for person in your life. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
Welcome into Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Bill Michener.
Good evening. This is not Bill Michener. This is Drew Haverman here for Be a Beacon on The Ticket. Welcome. Tonight's show is going to be all about kindness, community, and the power of young people stepping up. Over the last few weeks, Lighthouse has kind of been doing one of our big celebrations of our 35th anniversary. We've been doing some special intentional acts of kindness, and we're joined today by one of the leaders of that, the beautiful Miss Michelle Michener. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And like I said, Lighthouse, we've been kind of doing our 35th anniversary. We've been doing 35 intentional acts of kindness, from caroling to volunteering. We're taking care of neighbors' yards. We gave back in a lot of real ways. And I think the kids kind of showed up for Lincoln, and they showed kind of what leadership amongst children kind of looks like. So today we're going to kind of talk about that. We're going to talk about last night's shopping event, which is the big thing that we've been kind of hyping up for the last few months, and kind of what it meant to our youth. So like I said, we have the wonderful Miss Michelle Michener here. Michelle, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And Michelle, you were here about a month or two ago. I think we were talking about the Christmas trip, the Christmas shopping event.
Yes.
And now we're a day after it. What's your review of that event last night? I had a lot of fun, I know.
It's always amazing. Yeah. We have kids that have participated in it before, and we've had kids that have never been a part of it. So, and it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was your second year, third year, or your first year. They're all super stoked about it.
Yeah.
And some of them will go with kind of no idea what they want to do. And then we have those super organized kids that have lists upon lists upon lists.
Yeah.
And they just power through Walmart. By the time we got there, they had, and everybody got their gift card, they had about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And we had to start checking them out at 6 o'clock so we could get them on the buses and the van and back to Lighthouse and in a reasonable time. And it was just amazing. Santa Claus came.
Yep. Shout out
and
Santa.
The kids got their picture taken with Santa, and we had amazing athletes show up from the university that helped take them around. And helped keep track of their money that they could spend. They
That was
got
the funny part.
$125 this year. So
Yeah.
if they wanted to spend all of it, they could do about 115,
Mhm.
a little bit
It
more.
was always, it was funny watching the athletes kind of, they're closely removed from being that age. So they're now kind of aware of the budgeting.
Yeah.
So like, oh, I remember when I was in middle school, I didn't know how to budget. So they're like, hey buddy, you kind of need to slow down a little bit. And I always thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I showed up late last night. I went to the wrong Walmart. I took me and my daughter were gonna go, and I drove all the way to the Andermatt Walmart. And then I was like, I don't know, where's the buses? Oh, I went the wrong Walmart. So I drove all the way 30 minutes later to the South 27th or the North 27th one. And when I pulled up, I was like, oh, those are the party buses. I don't know what I was looking for at the other Walmart.
Yeah. No, it was pretty
We
cool.
got in there a little late, and I took my daughter, and me and my wife gave her $100 just to kind of be a part of it and just like to do that. And when she got in there, every Lighthouse kid like ran up to her and was like, "Oh my God, Drew, here's your daughter." So it's just reminded me of the family. And she's a 5th grader, so she'll be there next year. And like, I don't know, 5th graders, they think they're cool because they're the top of the elementary school, but once they get to middle school, they're the bottom. And she was kind of nervous about that, but she was like, "All those kids are so nice." And I was like, "I've been telling you that for 5 years now, when you've been scared." But it was a great moment for the community too. I noticed they had the Walmart workers kind of escorting kids around a little bit, kind of monitoring the areas, which I thought was a good thing for Walmart to kind of be a part of that.
Yeah, it really was a great night. And Bill and I met the store manager, Javier, and he super kind gentleman, very, very kind, wants to partner with Lighthouse more and try to do more things. So it was nice to make that connection with him last night.
I think that Walmart also just donated to LPD today too. So they had a big, like the last 2 days, that Walmart's been big on the community.
Yeah, they do shop with a cop
yeah,
too.
It's awesome. I think I saw them donate a bunch of Subway sandwiches too, which shout out to that Walmart.
Yeah.
Now, do you know how many kids participated last night?
We took 80.
80 kids got $125 each.
Yes.
So can you kind of give us a little bit of behind the scenes on how that's organized?
Sure. Carrie.
The GOAT.
Yep. Carrie, our program director, spreads the word with all our kids. We have a sign-up sheet. It's the toughest. It's the toughest trip that we have to whittle down kids.
Yes.
We had well over 150 kids sign up and only can take 80. And all of our kids are amazing. And so we base it on how long they've been coming to Lighthouse. So they need to make that 30-day minimum mark. How involved are they? Yeah. Are they going to programming? Are they doing their homework in the homework room? And
attitudes.
Yeah. Respect and attitude.
And representing Lighthouse while you're there is very important, because we can't take kids who you got straight A's, but if we can't take you out in public, then we can't really take you out
because they really are representing Lighthouse.
Yeah.
So
it's always kind of funny to see during that 2 week of the picking of the kids process, where we're like, the kids don't really know we're picking, but they know that something's coming up. So their behavior is good, but they're also kind of like leaning on that behavior. Like, hey, remember how good I did? And you're like, buddy, like you've reminded me how good you do.
Right.
Isn't helping your case. Like just be good and do naturally. Now, when you're organizing that kind of thing, we do a few events like the Kansas City trip and like Achievement Night where the staff kind of comes together and we're discussing each child. We're discussing who deserves it, who earns it, and who else we can help. Are there times where these kids, we're giving these rewards to these kids who might not necessarily need it at home, and then we're still giving to them because they've earned it in the school world? Does that make sense? Because we've had kids who don't come necessarily from poverty and they're still getting these $100 gift cards. And then we see those same kids using those $100 gift cards to help out their friends who are coming from poverty.
Right.
And help out a little bit. So I remember I saw a kid last night, I don't want to shout out their name, but she ended up splitting her gift card with another kid because they just didn't get as much as they wanted.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
that's super awesome.
It was beautiful. And I remember talking to the parent beforehand, because the parent was like, I don't know if I want my daughter to go on this trip because we don't really need this. Like we can give her $100. Like, and there's probably another kid. And it's like, well, your daughter, like whether or not you need it, she earned it. Like,
Mhm.
she should be going on this because she's earned it and now that she needs it. And
Right.
when you give those kids that opportunity, in turn, they use that opportunity to give back instead
Right.
of get to themselves. You see that sometimes too?
Well, yeah, I mean, our kids really do come together, and it's funny how the staff. Okay, I'm going to back up just a little
Of
bit.
course.
We always meet our kids where they're at. And I think when we model that at Lighthouse, the kids see it and it trickles down to them.
100%.
So we're modeling that loving, nurturing environment. And then to see them do that
Yeah.
in a situation like going to Walmart
Mm-hmm.
and helping another kid with a extra balance of their shopping cart that they didn't account for.
Yeah.
And I mean, it really is very, very cool.
It was cool because, like you said, the spirit of it, and it's very contagious. Because, like I said, I brought my daughter, and she ended up spending, I think, like $93 or whatever. So she had like $7 in change left, and were leaving Walmart, and there's a homeless person outside in the corner, and my daughter didn't even say anything to me, didn't hesitate. She rolled the window down and gave the person the envelope, and that's just solely based off the contagious feeling of I just spent $100. Like, I don't need this. Somebody else needs. I just watched everybody else give, and she saw the little girl give her to her other friend, and she's like, I can do that too. And that's just, I think that the spirit of giving is just so contagious that, like, being around it, even if you weren't in the shopping spree, even if you were just a Walmart worker or just a regular citizen just there, like, you're going to see that and you're going to want to give too. And maybe you're going to want to give to Lighthouse.
Yeah. During the process of this entire event goes even further back a little bit from just putting up a sign-up sheet and letting kids know. So we have to pick a date.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit involved in that because we need Jason Peters.
Mm-hmm. Another goat.
Yep, another goat to be involved. He worked really, really hard raising the money. And then Bill contacts Elite buses and party buses to make sure that the date works for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they donate their services.
Yeah.
So seriously, a huge shout out to Elite Party Buses, because there's no way that we would be able to transport 80 kids without their help and their drivers. And their drivers are amazing.
And it's funny because sometimes the kids' favorite part of the trip is the party bus there and back, because they're listening to music, they're dancing, they're never been on a party bus before, so they're just like in the club, and it's just so funny.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Now, what do the kids kind of know ahead of time? You said we have the sign up sheet, so the kids who've been here before and they've kind of, they're coming back. But what are the kids who are new? What do we kind of tell them ahead of time?
So we just tell them and remind them that this is something that we do every year. Even though you sign up, it's not necessarily a guarantee that you're going to be able to go, because we can only take a certain amount. And we're watching your involvement. We're watching how you treat your peers. We're watching how you treat the staff and how often you come, and we want you to be involved. I mean, that's the whole point why we're there. I mean, use our services. We have all different kinds of programming that fit pretty much every youth that comes. I mean, there's something for everybody. So
one of my favorite things to say on the tours is always, you can leave Lighthouse, you can walk into Lighthouse with nothing and leave with something.
Yeah.
Like, at all times, whether it's help, whether it's a full stomach, whether it's a coat, a backpack, or something.
Right.
We always are making sure we're finding the kids what they need.
Yeah. And Carrie and Brooklyn put together an amazing programming schedule every month. So there's always something for our kids to do.
And Peters kind of does the thing that I always just value a lot. And Pete brought to my attention today, because one of my ASP students was one of the recipients of the extra 125 that sometimes goes to the kid who's being practical and buying stuff for the family and buying stuff that's not just a gift.
Okay.
And they'll reward sometimes, like, here's an extra 125, go get some more stuff for your family. And Pete pulled me aside today and talked about one of the students who got that last night, being one of my ASP students that I had gone to bat for to go on this trip. And I remember when we were doing this selection process, wanting this kid to go, because is one of those kids that you if you saw him walking down the street, you might have a preconceived notion of what he's doing or what is in his brain or what he's thinking about. But, like, if you sit there and talk to him, it's just a 14-year-old boy who looks like a 20-year-old man. And it's just like, you can't forget that he is still 14 and he's still a kid with braces who's got a big smile and wants to impress the adults, but like walking down the street, people might think, oh, this kid he's wearing baggy pants and a black tee and he's gonna go do something wrong. But this kid was so respectful there. He was buying hair products for his sisters and his mom, and then Peter saw that and was like, you know what, you deserve a little bit extra. And that kid was just so grateful that he didn't even use that extra to buy more stuff for himself. He still kept going.
That's really
so like
neat.
me and Erica ended up writing a letter to Lincoln High just to let his principal know how well he did. And I just think that little things like that is what the shopping trip is like all about.
Yeah.
It's the things that you don't even know that's going to happen. Like
Right.
the kids using the money for the right thing, or using the money to help their friends out, or even just the kids who are like buying practical items like a blanket. It's just like, you don't think a kid is going to want to buy a blanket, but they do.
Right.
I always just find that super valuable.
Yeah.
Now, when you watch the kids, were most of them kind of shopping for themselves? Or did you see them a lot picking out for their families and stuff too?
Oh, it was a mix.
Mhm.
I definitely saw more kids buying for their siblings and parents.
Yeah. And then we also had today, we have those donated gifts also, where the St. Mark's brought some stuff. First Presbyterian brought us some stuff that they're donating gifts to our kids to give to their siblings. So another shout out to the community who's making sure our kids' siblings are also getting all the help and all the toys they need. What is that kind of like, seeing the help in the community come in and help our kids, that our kids' siblings, to be honest?
Honestly, it's really, in a good way, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's an abundance of kindness that we don't get to see all the time, and it happens a lot in just a short period of time. It's just amazing. First Plymouth Church raised money for gift cards, grocery store gift cards. So if our families
During that time
need help,
we had,
need help with shopping, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can give them some Super Saver gift cards, which is really cool. And then they wanted to do a giving tree also. And then they brought all that stuff today.
And
so it's just really cool.
It's the overwhelming part. It's the funny part, because you say like, people are like, hey, we have a lot of stuff we want to donate to Lighthouse. And we have to legit say, what is it?
Right.
Can you tell us what it is first? Because we don't have much room for any more clothes or stuff like that. And so we have to make sure. But at the same time, if you have stuff to donate, just let us know. We'll try to take what we can for the kids. But it's kind of cool to have. It's one of those good problems to have.
Yeah.
You know, we have enough stuff that no matter what, sometimes some of our stuff is like, we're getting stuff donated from Casey's.
Yeah.
And then we're handing out the candies and snacks for the kids. And then we're like, oh, wow, we have to get more now. You know, these are expired now because we've had them for so long. It's always pretty cool. What were kind of some of the main items you kind of saw kids buying this year?
I saw a lot of toys for siblings. I'm not really up on all the new toys. I have a 19-year-old, so even some of the anime stuff, I have no idea what it is. And one of our young men he was going to get some toilet thing. I don't even remember the name, and I feel so old, but definitely a lot of toys, some blankets.
Yeah. I saw a lot of sketch pads. A lot of sketch pads this year.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like, yeah.
And I was just talking about that with a bunch of the students. I feel like this generation is so much more artistic than my generation.
I agree.
Like, and like talented at it.
Yeah.
Like they all have the anime manga style down. They all can draw characters. And I remember being a kid, like, I can't draw a bird. And these kids are drawing like sketches of our staff and then coloring it and then giving it to them like 5 minutes later.
I can't do that.
No, not at all. Did any of the students kind of say what their gifts were meaning at home, like what it meant to them at home? Because I do know we come from a more of an impoverished area and a lot of our kids are buying for Christmas for their families. Like this is the actual shopping event they're going for. Did you notice any of that?
Well, a lot of our kids don't have jobs.
Yeah.
So for them to be able to go shopping and get any kind of gift, they're super excited about.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And their parents can't give them money to give gifts for the rest of the family either. So they're just excited.
Yeah.
And they're very grateful. And they were saying thank you a lot last night.
They were saying thank you every time they went up and down the aisle is what I was hearing, which is always funny. They show a lot of gratitude. Before we go to our first break, we'll come back here and we'll talk more about our 35th anniversary and our IAX.
When it comes to keeping your equipment running, you've got options at Landmark Implement. Whether you need premium John Deere parts or a more economical solution, A&I parts from Landmark deliver the dependable performance you can count on with cost savings up to 40%. From filters and bearings to belts and everyday repairs, A&I parts are built to work as hard as you do while helping stretch your budget further. Stop by your local Landmark Implement parts counter today or shop online anytime at shop.deere.com and experience the Landmark difference.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Serve Nebraska believes that volunteers are part of what makes Nebraska great. Each year, the Step Forward Awards honors volunteers from across the state who serve their communities in outstanding ways. We hope you'll join us this year at the Step Forward Awards luncheon on October 27th in Omaha. Help us thank volunteers with a celebration to remember. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. We hope to see you there. Paid for by Serve Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids. First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse. Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown's Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3 get 1 free on Smart Wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy-for person in your life. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion, for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. With 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe.
Time for a new heating and cooling system? Get the options, brand, and efficiency that best fits your family and your home. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain in the letter x.com/AI.
Ready, set, Ford. Just announced 0% for 66 months with approved credit on all 2025 Ford F-150s at Zollner, Fort Beatrice. Save thousands in finance charges. If your current pickup loan's 4, 5, 6% or more, trade in today and receive 0% for up to 66 months on a brand new 2025 Ford F-150 of your choice at Zollner, Fort Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Guess what you could be getting as a gift this year?
Another year of free oil changes?
Nope. I'll give you a clue. Onk, onk.
I don't know. 6 geese a laying?
No.
Vacuum cleaner?
Better. This has 4-wheel drive.
The Nebraska Lottery's Yuletide Ride promotion is back?
Yep. Until January 20th, I just enter non-winning Merry Money holiday scratch tickets online, and we could win an SUV.
We?
Sorry, you.
Merry Money top prize odds vary by game.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What is up? We are back with Be a Beacon here on 93.7 The Ticket. Earlier we talked about celebrating our 35 years of Lighthouse, and we talked about our intentional, I always want to say international acts of kindness. They are kind of international. We got some love in other countries, but the 35 intentional acts of kindness. We didn't really do a party for those. We had a purpose. Over the last few months, our students have kind of led 35 intentional acts of kindness across the community. We did a lot of just fun activities that I think bettered Lincoln a little bit too. You want to talk about some of those activities?
Yeah, so we started off the year with kind of a pay it forward internally.
Mhm.
So we had these ribbons, and each staff person, we gave one to each other. And then we had 3 extras that we gave to different youth, and we had very little space to write on. So we had to be really intentional on what we wanted to say. And so we gave one to a student and then the 2 extra for them to go out and spread some kindness on to whoever they wanted to. It could be another staff person, but just not reciprocated to the person that they received it from. And so one of the ones that I gave to a young lady, she was super just floored of some of the things that I wrote. I mean, she's just a very kind, loving, she's just a beautiful young lady, and inside and out. And she, cried a little bit, and I was just like, what are the tears for?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, no one has really said anything this nice to me before. And so that was just like, that's just the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how we started it off. And so she ended up, I circled back with her about a week later, and she gave one to a teacher and then one to another student at school that was kind of that was struggling emotionally. And when I asked her how that made her feel, and she's like, it felt really good.
Yeah.
It felt good to receive something, but then to be able to pay it forward and give it to someone. And she was really intentional about it and thought about the specific teacher and then even that specific student that she knew, but they weren't like friends.
But she knew somebody who needed it.
Yeah.
That's the best part, is like they're not even thinking about their best friend. They're like, oh, this girl in my English class who I see needs some love. That's my favorite part, because go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, we did this. I run a group at Dawes, and last week we did a thing where we did. I took the idea from you. We did the positive notes, And we wrote positive notes, and we had them each give it to one of their teachers, one of the staff members.
Right.
And the kids at the beginning, they're like, oh, I have nobody to give it to. They're just trying to be, you know, cool. Like, I don't like my teachers, try to be cool. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give y'all 5 minutes. You have to do it. Think of somebody. And it's just funny to watch kids who 2 seconds ago said they have nobody, when they're not with their friends, how quick they have somebody.
Right.
And it ends up being they all had almost the same teacher. And they're all like, you picked her too? You picked her too? And they all ended up coming together and being like, oh yeah, she is a great person. And we gave that teacher those cards. And like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that I don't think I could have gave the teacher $1 million and her face would have been any more happy. Like, she was like in tears because like it's the acknowledgement and just the knowing that somebody's watching you and somebody cares. I love that part.
And sometimes I think it's a surprise when you don't expect it, especially from specific people.
Yes. Because I mean, you're gonna expect it. Like, if Peyton were to give you a card, like, I love you, mom card, you maybe not expect it every single day, but you're gonna be like, yep, thank you, Peyton, I love you. But like, if one of our kids comes up to us who may not, you know, be our mentee or may not be like one of the kids that we focus all our attention on, but they come up to us and say, hey, you really helped me out with something, there is not a better feeling in the world than like them being like, hey, thank you for sitting there and just listening to me talk for 5 minutes. I know we barely know each other, but that really helped. Like, I could retire off that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. So I was just going to say that's how it started. And throughout the year, we did a few neighborhood cleanups, and I know a lawn was mowed. There's always trash. So Billy took a group of kids and a volunteer a couple times, Casey's, that kind of thing, just kind of cleaning up, because we always have kids going to and from Casey's for sure. And we did an intentional act of kindness. We took a month and made bracelets, and all the bracelets had just one word, and it was all surrounded kindness. So, and it was a lot of fun. And then we delivered those to Nebraska Hematology and Oncology.
That was an awesome moment.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that one ended up going, I think, down to Florida. Didn't the bracelets end up getting down to the villages in Florida?
There was an article in the paper, and so there was a retirement community down there that got wind of the article and then ended up calling Lighthouse and asking more about it.
And why was it kind of important for us to do these kinds of acts that were more like the kids could kind of lead the way? Because like a lot of times when people are doing, you know, the acts of kindness or charity stuff with kids, it's the adults that are kind of leading the charge and the kids are just kind of following along and just they're here for it. But why was it important for us to have the kids kind of lead the way?
I think it's important to show the kids that there's more out there, and it's important to show love beyond where we're at in life and to extend ourselves beyond our comfortability.
For sure.
That was the first one. And that one, let's see, I think that one was in April.
Yeah.
And
we're still in school for that one.
Yeah. That one was the first one I was a little nervous that I thought they were going to be apprehensive about.
Yeah.
And they were not.
Mm-hmm.
They took charge, and
it was like 1,000 bracelets. It was like,
I just hung out and followed them around, and they were talking to the patients, getting treatment, and ended up giving some to staff. And we went across the street to the other building, and it was just really cool. And they were very open and welcoming. And
that was that month where we had like, it would be like 30 girls at one table and downstairs, and just a bunch of shoulder to shoulder just doing bracelets. I got to get one more done. It was
so
it was
awesome.
A lot.
It was really, really cool. Yeah, they made a lot.
Like, I feel like it was over 1,000, because I remember at one point we were like halfway done and we were at 700, and I was like, y'all made 700, we're not even done yet.
Yeah, it was a lot. And then they also took some to People City Mission.
Yes.
And handed some out there too. And I was not able to go to that one. Billy took another volunteer and a group of kids, and they did the women's and children area.
Yeah.
And I guess it was amazing.
Yeah. And a lot of times, a lot of those kids, sometimes they even know some of the kids that are there. So they're like seeing that the system and the situation that their friends are in is not as good as they might think. And it just helps spread that empathy. I also like that when the acts that we did were kind of, they're they're manageable. Like the kids can see that you don't have to have $1 million to do good for stuff.
Right.
Like you don't have to like donate $1,000 to a charity for it to be good. You can write a card. You can make a bracelet, just give it to somebody. Like
Yeah.
spreading joy and spreading goodness is not expensive. It's
And they did that too. They wrote free hugs on signs and went around to different retirement communities and offered free hugs to the residents there.
and then those free hugs ended up being like conversations and like moments where like some of the residents were like, I haven't talked to anybody in a long time. And then some of the kids were like, oh, I speak Spanish. This resident speaks Spanish. Let's go have a conversation. They haven't spoken Spanish with another person in a long time.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best stories that I've heard this year, at least.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of planning. Yeah. Billy and I.
Shout out Billy.
We planned the first half of the year in January. And then in May did the rest of the year. And some of the things that we had planned didn't really work out. So we had to pivot and come up with other things, but it worked out really well. And the kids were really receptive. And we had a lot of the kids do repeat acts. So that was a lot of fun that they took ownership of it and had fun with it. We did bell ringing a little over a week ago. And that was so much fun. And we were blessed, honestly, because it was like a 60-degree day.
That's always the worry about those bell ringing days.
Yeah. And so we didn't know how it was going to be before that. And then Billy and I show up and we're like, oh, it's like 55 degrees out right now.
Take your coats off.
But we were singing Christmas carols and talking to people when they came up and kind of dancing and being goofy. And it was a lot of fun.
And then we did caroling this last week.
We did.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had about 10 kids go. One of our board members showed up. Brooklyn, our program coordinator, one of her maybe it was her sister-in-law, showed up. And everybody had their own folder with lyrics of different Christmas
I think
songs.
it's funny because I remember growing up and caroling seemed like a thing of the past. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, you see like on, Christmas Vacation movies and all that, you see the caroling. You're like, oh, people did that back in the day. They would go knock on doors and sing Christmas carols. But like, no, we're still doing it. And the kids like, I don't know. I thought it was really funny because at the beginning, you get kind of worried about what kids are going to want to sign up to do intentional acts of kindness, what kids are going to want to do charity and stuff like that. But I feel like we haven't had much issue at all having a good number of kids do it.
Right.
We sometimes had to cut kids back even, which not many times you see kids wanting to do charity. And I love that our kids love to do that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a fun year doing it.
Now, what kind of surprised you about how the kids kind of handled the intentional acts of kindness?
I don't know okay. There was one where we took May Day baskets down. We walked them downtown and handed them out to homeless people. And there was a reusable water bottle that we designed, and I used a heat sublimation on it. And it had our logo of Lighthouse, and it said, "Is shining its beacon for you." And then we put a bottle of water in there, and then just some snacks like chips and granola bars and stuff like that. I think the most surprising thing was they were not scared to approach
strangers.
Yeah, complete strangers that are in a completely different kind of a different world than they are. And
the furthest thing from the Lighthouse staff that they're used to approaching and being comfortable talking with and just being able to be like, hey, they had no problem.
And it was kind of a crummy day. It was windy and overcast and kind of sprinkly and not the warmest day. And they committed to it. They didn't back out, and they took charge of it, and they just went with it. And so that was Bill, Billy, and myself.
Yeah.
And we took about 6 kids.
Do you have maybe like a favorite one that we've done so far this year?
Oh, I think all the ones that I've actually actively been involved in my favorites. Let's see. The caroling that we did.
That's what I kind of was leaning on.
It was a lot of fun.
I was really proud of the lawn care one we did because like that's manual labor. You know what I mean? It's not caroling where you can maybe have fun singing or passing out positive notes where you're getting to have the fun of here's a positive note.
Yeah.
Like they were doing mowing lawns and mulching and like they were doing manual labor and like coming back sweaty and dirty and having fun though and learning how to do new stuff.
Yeah. And that was right after a really big rainfall.
Yeah.
And I think it even rained that morning.
I think it did too.
And that was a complete transformation on a yard.
Yeah.
And that owner, who I'm not going to name, has cancer. And so she is not able to do any of that on her own. And so they mowed, they pulled out so many volunteer trees and a lot of weeds and dead shrubs and completely just transformed it.
And it's just the cool part of it obviously is the love and the compassion and the charity part of it. But some of those kids came back and were like, I'm going to start a landscaping business.
Yeah.
I'm going to start mowing lawns now. And you're just like, there you go, brother.
Yeah.
Like you learned that. There's another tip project right there for you. Cause like they didn't, I think a lot of the kids think that these things are so hard to do until they actually do it. It's like we talk about tip all the time. They don't know how easy it is to like learn how to do the electrician work and the construction work. They think it's just for adults. But like you said, they were doing the lawn care and the lawnscape and all that. And like they had fun doing it. And they came back and they still had a good long day of Lighthouse where they could play in the gym and still have fun.
Yeah. And Eagle Nursery donated all the plants, the hostas and stuff that they had planted. And
it's lucky that we have Jeremy and Billy who are just also super smart when it comes to landscaping and knowing how to do all that stuff that they can kind of teach the kids how to do it.
Yeah.
So how does it kind of feel to be a part of a project this big in the city, knowing that we're kind of leaving an imprint right now?
I mean, it feels really, really good. And I always like to think of the next time I want to continue some of them. Even next year and the years after. I mean, doing 35 is a lot and it was a lot of fun and it was really, really good. I want to take some of them and do them next year.
Make it a tradition.
And yeah. Like the Valentine's Day cookies.
100%.
You know, we did that and we baked them and made them, baked them, and we all decorated them and delivered them to.
Then it's something that those people can have looking like they can
and-
always sit there and be like, hey, we have Lighthouse coming next week. They have their Valentine's cookies. We're going to take a quick break. We get back. We're going to do some rapid fire questions with Michelle about Lighthouse and all the stuff that she does there.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and mild with an afternoon high near 53. Tonight, a chance of showers and breezy, a low around 38. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies return. It'll be windy and colder, with a high around 40. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hunter for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SauterHeyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
When we're building homes for people, we're really trying to advise on the things that are going to create value so that when they go to sell it, they're going to have equity so that they can go build their second home.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, the year has been a great year for Aspen Builders. We have had many repeat customers. We've been very blessed with great office staff, with great employees, and great subcontractors. We worked with a lot of new people building their dream home. We've built some great relationships. A lot of those relationships will continue. We'll be building them another new home down the road. So I'd like to take this time to wish all of our past customers and our future customers a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we are back here on Be a Beacon. We're going to hit some quick rapid fire questions with Michelle. Before we get to that, I do want to make sure we shout out some of our friends that helped make last night kind of run. So you want to give a quick shout out to some of those people?
Slim Chickens, Elite Party Buses, Jason Peters, Jay Foreman, I'm even going to shout out Bill Michener and really all the staff.
You think he's listening?
Every single staff at Lighthouse that
Rylan,
yeah. But okay, but really, like our coworkers.
Yes, they're all right. No, for real. Our
So
coworkers were
awesome.
amazing.
And running around and making sure all the kids were with the volunteers and Santa Claus. Thank you for coming out.
Shout out Sandy. It's one thing about the Lighthouse staff. I know every episode ends up being just how great they are.
They really are, though.
Like, it is insane to see people care about other people's kids more than themselves.
Mhm.
Like, they are running around there. I haven't ate dinner yet today. And it's just like, dude, like, you got food for everybody else, but you wouldn't eat dinner. That's you, Michelle, by
That's
the way.
you also.
That's me also. Yeah. But like, it is one thing to say, because I mean, I talked about it at our staff meeting. We have some staff members who aren't parents. They're not moms or dads. They do this and they parent kids of the community, and they treat them with so much love that it's like when you have a kid, if you ever want to, you are going to be a great parent, a great role model. And like, we said it about Tristan, we said it about Seth, and like Jaden, all our new staff, they picked up this event and just were a part of it, and it's been amazing. Again, our staff, shout out to Lighthouse. Now, back to those rapid fire questions.
Retro.
What is one act of kindness that you think made you smile or laugh the most?
Ooh. Bell ringing.
Bell ringing?
Yep.
Billy singing and dancing. I'm picturing that right now.
Yep.
What do you think the hardest one to pull off was so far of the acts of kindness?
Oh, the hardest.
I can give them what I think mine is.
I think it was the first. We smoked pork butts for the first responders, and it was only hard to pull off because they didn't want to get done at the same time. So
you can't control the meats.
It was like crunch time, and we had to deliver the food, and we got this awesome tour, and I'm like, but I have to come back because your other pork butt's not done yet. And so, it was fine.
I mean, and that's just one of those things though. Like, I mean, a good pork butt, you'd rather have it wait a little bit than
absolutely
sit it too early,
yeah.
Right? Was there last night the shopping trip? Was there any moments that you kind of stood out, that you kind of took a step back and kind of were like, this is why we do this?
I think it was. So I get the honor of standing next to Bill when he's giving the gift cards to the kids, and as they're filing in and lining up, and just they were so patient. They weren't rowdy. They weren't like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever, because Bill and I, we have a system, and it's not a fast system.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to make sure that we're getting the name tags and they're getting their gift card. But that it's that moment where I'm just like, these guys are great, and they deserve it so much. And I just wish we could do like 2 rounds.
We had 80 kids. That's 80 shopping carts. I don't think we had a single shopping cart accident or tip over or run into each other. And I mean, I know I can't go grocery shopping without hitting my wife with the cart. So like, I can't imagine those kids with all of them.
It was awesome.
I'm going to also shout out the UNL students that came out and helped out too, because they don't get anything out of that other than the joy of helping. And they were so involved with the kids. They were laughing and not just like pushing the cart behind them and just like holding the cart. They were legit like, you should get that. Oh, what about that? No, don't get that one. Get that. That brand is a little bit better. It was just beautiful.
When Bill and I were talking to the volunteers before everybody showed up, a lot of them repeat. So they knew the spiel, they knew what to do, and they were excited. And a lot of them said it was their funnest event that they do.
It's just one of those things that giving is such a good feeling. Like, it's contagious, and it's, when you do it, it feels good, but it's just sad that we don't do it enough that we can feel that feeling. You know what I mean?
And it's their finals week.
Yeah.
So double shout out.
So all you college professors out there, give them kids extra credit right now.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, we're about to wrap up here. It's a great episode, Michelle. I want to thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
As per usual, you came in here, you killed it, no nerves at all. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to everybody else. Make sure when you're out there, make sure you always be a beacon and be who you need it.
Omaha Steaks is the official sponsor of tailgating. From legendary burgers to mouth-watering steaks, deli-style franks, and so much more, you'll elevate your next game day get-together with America's original butcher. Now you have the chance to be the ultimate gift giver this holiday season. Visit omahasteaks.com/the